Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network, and it is time. Time to combine every region of Pokemon into one video. The one franchise that has the most spirit. Not Zelda, not Mario, Pokemon. Let that sink in a little bit. If you want to watch individual regions, you can go to the playlist that provides them individually. So let's learn more about every Pokemon so we can tell the difference between a Voltorb silhouette and a Jigglypuff viewed from above. This is every spirit battle explained for every region of Pokemon. The Venusaur spirit is represented by a giant Ivysaur, as they are both part of the same evolutionary line. You battle it out in the Garden of Hope with a poison floor, as Venusaur is half poison type. You battle it out to the main theme from Pokemon Red and Blue from Brawl. The Charmander spirit is represented by a tiny Charizard, as they are both part of the same evolutionary line. You battle it out on the Great Cave Offensive with a lava floor, as Charmander is fire type. You fight it out to the main theme of Red and Blue from Brawl. The Mega Charizard X Spirit is represented by a giant Charizard on Pokemon Stadium. All of his special moves are buff, a nod to how when a Pokemon Mega evolves their stats are boosted up, and it is a stamina battle like Pokemon battles are. The Trainer Battle theme is playing from X and Y, a nod to how Mega Evolutions were first introduced in those games. The Blastoise Spirit is represented by a giant Squirtle, as they are both part of the same evolutionary line. You battle it out on Delfino Plaza, as Squirtle has up defense like in game, and starts with a Super Scope, a nod to the cannon on Blastoise's shell. The main theme from Red and Blue plays. The Metapod Spirit is represented by Yoshi on Garden Hope. This is a time battle with a sticky floor, a nod to the move String Shot, and Yoshi's defense will increase over time to simulate Metapod's signature move Harden. Road to Viridian City plays, a nod since Caterpie and Metapod can be found in Viridian Forest. The Pidgey Spirit is represented by a tiny pit on Saffron City. You can notice small Pidgeys flying in the background of this stage. Heavy winds plague the stage as Pit loves to jump to attempt to simulate flying. Road to Viridian City plays, a nod to how Pidgeys are found early in the game and around the Viridian City area. The Arbok Spirit is represented by Ridley on Yoshi's Island with a poison floor, a nod to Arbok's type of poison. Your attack is also nerfed, a possible nod to the stat-changing moves Arbok can learn. You battle it out to the main theme of Pokemon Red and Blue from Brawl. The Alolan Raichu Spirit is represented by a Pikachu. You fight it out on Tortimer Island, a nod to the Alola region, which is made up of a series of islands where the Alolan forms of Pokemon reside. The floor is electric, a nod to Raichu's type, and Pikachu will start the battle with a Pokeball that will summon an Alolan Raichu. The Trainer Battle theme from Sun and Moon plays, the game that this version of Raichu hails from. The Sandshrew Spirit is represented by Bowser on Mushroomy Kingdom. Bowser was most likely used as his shell, and Sandshrews have a hard body for defense. Pitfalls will spawn in the battle to simulate Sandshrew's digging abilities. Mushroomy Kingdom also is appropriate as it's kinda deserty, and Sandshrew is a ground-type Pokemon. The Red and Blue medley plays. The Clefairy Spirit is represented by Jigglypuff, a fellow fairy-type Pokemon. You fight it out on Magicant, a pink and, well, very fairy-like stage it seems. Screen flipping will occur, which could be a nod to one of Clefairy's signature moves, Metronome, where anything could happen. The Pokemon Center theme from Red and Blue plays. The Vulpix Spirit is represented by fellow Fox, although he is tiny. You battle it out on Saffron City, a nod to how Vulpix can be found in Pokemon Blue and Route 7 and 8, which connect to Saffron City and Kanto. Fox starts the battle with a Pokeball that unleashes a Vulpix as Road to Viridian City plays. The Alolan Vulpix is represented by a tiny fox on Summit. Summit is a nod to Mount Lanakila, the highest peak in the Alola region and where you can find the Alolan Vulpix. Fox starts with a Pokeball with Alolan Vulpix in it as well. If fog is present in the battlefield, perhaps nod to the cold environment where this Pokemon lives. You fight it out to the wild Pokemon battle music from Sun and Moon, the game where Alolan Vulpix comes from. The Dugtrio Spirit is represented by 3 Kirbys in Pokemon Stadium. The 3 Kirbys represent the 3 heads of the Dugtrio. Earthquakes, one of Dugtrio's moves being a ground type, will rock the stage periodically. The Pokemon Gym Evolution theme from Red and Blue plays. The Meowth Spirit is represented by Isabelle on Golden Plains, a nod to Meowth's love for money, and his signature move, Payday. Isabelle's gold at the start of the battle as Road to Viridian City plays. The Psyduck Spirit is represented by Squirtle while fighting on Saffron City. Screen Flip will occur, a nod to Psyduck's hidden psychic powers from its constant headaches. Squirtle was chosen as it and Psyduck are both water-type Pokemon, as the main theme from Red and Blue from Smash 64 plays. The Arcanine spirit is represented by a giant duck hunt dog. Duck Hunt's attacks are buffed and the floor is lava, a hazard the legendary Pokemon would not be harmed by, being that it is a fire-type Pokemon. You fight it out on Gaia Plains, probably meant to represent the different routes where you can catch Pokemon as Inn's Castle plays. The Abra spirit is represented by a fellow Psychic-type Pokemon, a tiny Mewtwo, on Saffron City, the home of Sabrina and the Psychic-type gym. Sabrina, the gym leader, uses the Abra line in her battles. This timed battle gives Mewtwo a Pokeball to start, and it releases the Abra into the fray. The wild Pokemon battle theme from Sun and Moon plays. The Machamp spirit is represented by 2 giant Captain Falcons, so there are 4 fists on the battlefield like Machamps. Punching attacks are also buffed while on Wrecking Crew, a nod to how a lot of times in the Pokemon franchise, the Machamp line is used for construction purposes. The main theme from Pokemon Red and Blue from Smash 64 plays. The Geodude spirit is represented by 4 Kirbys on Pokemon Stadium 2 in the ground area. The Kirbys will favor their down special Stone, a nod to Geodude being half rock type. The Gem Evolution theme from Red and Blue plays. The Rapidash spirit is represented by Charizard on Mushroomy Kingdom. Charizard will start with Curry active and his speed is up to simulate the look and feel of Rapidash. The main theme from Red and Blue from Melee plays. The Slowpoke spirit is represented by Luigi on Mushroom Kingdom 2. All fighters have reduced speed, a nod to Slowpoke's slow nature, and the left and right controls will flip from time to time, perhaps a nod to the move Amnesia, one of Slowpoke's signature attacks. The Red and Blue medley plays during the battle. The Magneton spirit is represented by 3 metal Pac-Man, meant to represent the 3 Magnemite that attach together to form Magneton. You fight it out on Pokemon Stadium 2 in this stamina battle, all while listening to the Red and Blue theme from Melee. The Farfetch spirit is represented by Falco, who starts the battle with a lipstick, meant to represent the leak Farfetch most famously is known to have. You battle it out on Golden Plains while the main theme from Red and Blue from Brawl plays. The Gengar spirit is represented by Donkey Kong on Luigi's Mansion, which is meant to be a nod to Lavender Town, where Ghost-type Pokemon reside. The Slumber Floor is active, a nod to one of Gengar's signature moves, Hypnosis. The Red and Blue medley plays. The Electrode spirit is represented by Pac-Man on Saffron City, a stage where Electrode will pop out from the top of the Self Co building. Pac-Man was a great choice for his spherical shape like Electrode. As Electrode loves to use the attack Explosion, exploding type items will commonly spawn like crazy, and every so often a Bomb Festival will activate and bombs will rain from the sky. The main theme for Red and Blue from Brawl plays. The Alolan Executor spirit is represented by a giant Palutena, most likely due to her staff representing the long neck of the Pokemon. She will favor her up smash attack, which uses this staff as well. She starts the battle with a Pokeball that will summon the Alolan Executor in this timed stamina battle. The fighting takes place on Tortimer Island, meant to represent the islands of the Alola region. The wild Pokemon battle music from Sun and Moon plays. The Cubone spirit is represented by a wolf on Luigi's Mansion, meant to represent Pokemon Tower, where Cubone goes to find his passed away mother Marowak. The Boomerang item spawns a nod to Cubone's signature move, Bonemerang, which he throws his bone as a boomerang. Road to Viridian Forest plays. The Hitmonlee spirit is represented by 2 Captain Falcon, with his kicks and knee strikes buffed, a nod to Hitmonlee's use of his legs to attack. You battle it out on Suzaku Castle, a nod to the Fighting Dojo in Saffron City, where you can obtain Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan in Red and Blue. The Wheezing spirit is represented by Wario while battling on Pokemon Stadium. A Poison Fog is in play, a nod to how Wheezing has constant poison gas coming from it. Wario is most likely used due to his down special Wario Warf, another toxic gas. The main theme from Red and Blue from Brawl plays. The Chansey spirit is represented by Jigglypuff on Pokemon Stadium. It is a stamina battle and Jigglypuff will heal from time to time, a nod to Chansey's signature move, Soft Boiled, and to how Chansey is often seen with Nurse Joy in the Pokemon Centers. Jigglypuff's stamina is also a lot higher than normal, a nod to Chansey's high HP stat. The Pokemon Center theme from Red and Blue plays. The Kangaskhan spirit is represented by Larry Koopa and Bowser. Side note, if Nintendo is holding strong to the whole Koopalings not being Bowser's kid, then you know what? No. Not going down that rabbit hole. Don't care enough to argue about this one here. They represent Kangaskhan and its kid in its pouch. You battle it out on Windy Hill Zone, meant to be the Safari Zone where you can catch it in Red and Blue, as the main theme from Red and Blue from Brawl plays. The Goldeen spirit is represented by 4 Jigglypuffs while in Delfino Plaza. The gravity is high, so jumping is nerfed to make Jigglypuffs look like they are splashing about when they jump up and down. Jigglypuff starts the battle with a Pokeball that holds a Goldeen. Road to Viridian City plays. The Staryu Spirit is represented by Rosalina and Luma the Star, much like Staryu. You battle it out on Tortimer Island, as Rosalina will start with a Pokeball with a Staryu in it. Star Rods will spawn, and Rosalina and Luma will heal over time, a nod to one of Staryu's attacks, Recover. Road to Viridian City plays. The Pinsir Spirit is represented by Ridley on the Garden of Hope stage. Ridley will favor his side special, Space Pirate Rush, as it is buffed, and a nod to how Pinsir will use his mandibles to grab and throw his opponents. The Beetle item will spawn as well, a nod to Pinsir being the Stag Beetle Pokemon. Road to Viridian Forest plays, which might be a nod to the anime and the episode Challenger of the Samurai, where Ash fights a Pinsir in Viridian Forest. The Tauros Spirit is represented by Bowser on Gerudo Valley. Bowser has uncontrollable speed and will damage you when he dashes, a nod to Tauros being a bull and charging its opponents with its horns. Red and Blue's theme from Brawl plays. The Gyarados Spirit is represented by Giant Ridley on Congo Falls. Congo Falls is used because it is said that Magikarp will swim up waterfalls to evolve into Gyarados. Your attack power is reduced, a nod to Gyarados' ability Intimidate, which lowers the opposing Pokemon's attack power. The Red and Blue theme from Brawl plays during this battle. The Lapras Spirit is represented by Ice Climbers, both using ice abilities. You fight it out on Woohoo Islands in the rocks at the sea portion, a nod to Seafoam Islands in the Kanto region, where you must use a water Pokemon to surf to reach it. You also are not able to swim very well. Red and Blue medley plays. The Ditto Spirit is represented by Kirby. Kirby is used as he is a little blob like Ditto. You battle it out on Pokemon Stadium as Kirby starts the battle with a Pokeball with Ditto inside. Road to Viridian Forest plays. The Eevee Spirit is represented by 3 Yoshis. A blue Yoshi with a Super Leaf equipped to represent Vaporeon, a yellow Yoshi with a Super Leaf and Screw Attack to represent Jolteon, and a red Yoshi with a Super Leaf equipped and Curry active to represent Flareon. The first Yoshi has a Pokeball with Eevee in it, so you are fighting all the Eeveelutions and Eevee from the first generation. You fight it out on Yoshi's Island while the red and blue theme from Melee plays. The Porygon Spirit is represented by Little Mac in his wireframe outfit to go with Porygon being the created Pokemon from a computer. You fight it out on Pokemon Stadium as the Akira Assist Trophy spawns early to go with the blocking computery look. The Melee version from Red and Blue plays. The Snorlax Spirit is represented by a giant King K. Rool in a timed stamina battle as King K. Rool does not move, a nod to how Snorlax will sleep most of the time. The battle takes place on Tortimer Island, and I do believe it is a nod to the Pokemon Orange Island episode Snack Attack, where Ash finds a Snorlax on a series of islands and captures it before it eats all the fruit. Yes, that was a plot of an episode. The Melee version of Red and Blue plays. The Articuno Zapdos Moltres Spirit is represented by 3 Lucases, due to him having special attacks based on their types of these 3 legendary Pokemon. PK attacks are upped as well on the Find Me stage. 1 Lucas will start the battle with a Pokeball and unleashes a Moltres. The Red and Blue medley is playing. The Dragonite Spirit is represented by Giant Charizard on Spear Pillar. Charizard is most likely used as they look a little bit alike, and although not a dragon like Dragonite, his Mega Evolution is part dragon. But they are both part flying, so that kind of works. Heavy winds plague the battlefield as Red and Blue medley plays. The Mega Mewtwo Y Spirit is represented by Mewtwo on Spear Pillar. Mewtwo will gain 7 Final Smashes and release Psystrike, which Mega Evolves Mewtwo into Mega Mewtwo Y. The Red and Blue medley plays during this battle. The Mew Spirit is represented by a tiny Mewtwo on Congo Jungle. The stage is fogged and the Mewtwo will turn invisible from time to time, a nod to how elusive this Pokemon can be and how his DNA to clone Mewtwo was found in a forest. This time battle has Red and Blue medley playing. The Detective Pikachu Spirit has you battling 4 Pikachus on the Gamer stage, which is as real world as you're going to get, I guess, so he's hunting and sneaking for clues. The shop music plays. Okay, I'm not trying to make too many suggestions in these videos, as my classic mode got a lot of flack for it, but why is Brewster's music from Animal Crossing not part of this? Detective Pikachu loves coffee, it's a big part of his character, and Brewster's a barista in Animal Crossing. It just makes too much sense. The Partner Pikachu Spirit has you battling a Pikachu and a Mii Brawler on Saffron City. Pokeball items will commonly spawn, and electric attacks are buffed. The Mii Brawler acts as the male protagonist in the Let's Go games Chase. When at high damage, he will get a sudden final smash, which could represent how this Pikachu has higher stats than normal and will grow in power as its bond with its trainer grows. The main theme from Red and Blue from Melee plays. The partner Eevee Spirit is represented by Mii Gunner on Pokemon Stadium. The Mii Gunner represents the female protagonist from the Let's Go games, Elaine. Pokeballs are common and Eevees will be the Pokemon to appear as your partner. Mii Gunner's attacks and defense are buffed as well. Road to Viridian City plays. The Chikorita Spirit is represented by fellow grass starter Ivysaur on Distant Planet. Slumber Floor is in place, a nod to the move Chikorita learned, Sleep Powder. It can randomly deal high damage critical hits, which is a nod to the critical hit mechanic in the Pokemon games, while the Gold and Silver medley plays. The Ampharos Spirit has you battling a giant Pichu on Prism Tower, which is a nod to Ampharos' electric typing, as the city that houses Prism Tower has an electric type gym. The floors are electrified as well. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Blossom Spirit is represented by Jigglypuff on Yoshi's Island. Jigglypuff is used because of her up special Sing, which puts opponents to sleep, much like Blossom's Sleep Powder. Jigglypuff will start the battle with a Pokeball holding a Blossom, and Lipsticks will spawn commonly to give Jigglypuff a flower to help bring the aesthetic together. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Marill Spirit is represented by Kirby on Pokemon Stadium 2. Kirby is resistant to water and ice attacks, much like the water-type Marill is in the Pokemon games. Kirby's round shape mimics Marill's perfectly. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Sudowoodo Spirit is represented by 3 Ridleys on Green-Greens. They favor their smash attacks and are weak to water, a nod to how in Gold and Silver you have to water a Sudowoodo who is blocking the path, and its weakness is water-type attacks. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Wooper Spirit is represented by Squirtle while fighting on the Garden of Hope. Earthquakes will occur from time to time, a nod to Wooper's typing being half water, half ground, and the move Earthquake being a popular ground-type move. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Unknown Spirit is represented by 8 tiny Mr. Game & Watches on a battlefield version of Temple, which could be a nod to the ruins of Elf, the location where you can capture them in Gold and Silver. The Red and Blue medley plays in the battle, which other than the Pokemon connection makes little sense. The Wobbuffet Spirit is represented by 2 King K. Rools, who are reflective and favor their down specials Gut Check. This is not to Wobbuffet favoring counter-like moves like Mirror Coat and Counter to fight in battles. You fight out on Great Cave Offensive, a nod to Wobbuffet's location, the Dark Cave, and Gold and Silver. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Steelix Spirit has you facing off against a Metal Ridley on the Kalos Pokemon League stage. It will shift to its Ironwork Chamber as well during the fight, which houses a Steelix and other Steel-type Pokemon in the background. This Stamina battle has the Gold and Silver medley playing. The Heracross Spirit is represented by Bowser on Distant Planet. The floor is sticky, a nod to Heracross's love for honey and sap from trees. Bowser's throws have increased power as well, nodding to how Heracross will use its horn to throw its opponents. Bowser's attack power will increase over time as well, while the Gold and Silver medley plays. The Skarmory Spirit is represented by a Metal Falco. The battle takes place on the Unova Pokemon League, and it is a stamina battle much like Pokemon battles are. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Houndoom Spirit has you fighting a wolf who has Curry activated, making him a good rep for a fire-type dog Pokemon. You fight it out on the Kalos Pokemon League, as it will shift to the Burning Chamber, a nod to Houndoom's half-fire typing. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Smeargle Spirit is represented by an Inkling on WarioWare. WarioWare is a good choice for the sketchy look it has, as Smeargle is a painter. Inklings will favor their side special Splat Roller. As mentioned, Smeargle is a painter with its tail. And the Vince Assist Trophy will also spawn, as it is an artist itself. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Miltank Spirit is represented by a Jigglypuff on Galar Plains. The Jigglypuff will favor its neutral special Rollout, a nod to how it is Miltank's most infamous move from the Whitney Gym Battle in Gold and Silver. The power of Rollout is increased as the Gold and Silver medley plays. The Raikou Entei Suicune Spirit is represented by Pikachu and Cineroar and Greninja respectively, all representing the legendary beast typing. The floor is lava and on Suzaku Castle. Both nods to where you found these 3 Pokemon, the burned remains of the burned tower, before they ran away and roamed Johto. The Pokemon Red and Blue medley plays. The Tyranitar Spirit is represented by King K. Rool on Mushroomy Kingdom. You'll take sudden damage, and nod to Tyranitar's ability, Sandstream, which unleashes a sandstorm in the game, which will damage most types of Pokemon every turn. The rocky desert-like terrain of Mushroomy Kingdom further helps represent this Pokemon. Gold and Silver medley plays. The Lugia Spirit is represented by Giant Falco on the Pirate Ship stage. Heavy winds plague the stage, a nod to the Whirl Islands where Lugia resides in the Johto region. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Ho-Oh spirit is represented by Charizard on the Kalos Pokemon League, a stage where Ho-Oh will appear in the Burning Chamber section. Curry is activated, and Charizard is resistant to fire and explosion type attacks, which makes sense because fire type Pokemon are resistant to fire type attacks. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Celebi spirit is represented by Mewtwo on the Garden of Hope. You start out flowery, taking damage over time, a fog is active, a nod to how elusive this mythical Pokemon is, and as heals over time, a nod to how it naturally learns a few healing type moves. The Gold and Silver medley plays. The Blaziken spirit is represented by Captain Falcon. A good choice as Blaziken's signature move is Blaze Kick, and Captain Falcon uses Falcon Kick, a similar move. You battle it out in Coliseum, which might represent the Hoenn Pokemon League, and Captain Falcon's punches and kicks are buffed, a nod to Blaziken being half fire, half fighting type. His speed is also at an uncontrollable level, nodding to Blaziken's high speed stats. The Wild Pokemon theme from Ruby and Sapphire plays. The Gardevoir spirit is represented by Rosalina and Luma. You battle it out on Prism Tower, a nod to how in X and Y you first bump into the champion of the region, Dianatha, whose signature Pokemon is Gardevoir. Rosalina will also have the Reflect ability, nodding to Gardevoir's Reflectability in Super Smash Bros., and start the battle with a Gardevoir and a Pokeball. To lure you into a trap, shooting items will spawn commonly. It could also be a link to moves like Shadow Ball that she can learn. The Wild Battle theme from Ruby and Sapphire plays. The Shedinja spirit is represented by Mr. Game & Watch while in Luigi's Mansion, a nod to his being half ghost type. It is a stamina battle where Mr. Game & Watch has 1 HP and will be invincible from time to time. This is a nod to how in the game Shedinja only has 1 HP, but his ability, Wonder Guard, makes him immune to all non-super effective attacks. The Wild Pokemon theme from Ruby and Sapphire plays. The Flygon spirit is represented by Ridley on Gerudo Valley, a nod to how his basic form Trapinch is found on Route 111, a desert-like area. Earthquakes occur as well, a nod to Flygon's type of being half ground. Ruby and Sapphire's Victory Road plays. The Milotic spirit is represented by Mewtwo on the Kalos Pokemon League stage, in particular the Flood Chamber area, nodding to the housing of water-type Pokemon, as Milotic is a water type himself. This is a time battle while Mewtwo's defense is upped and shield often, a nod to Milotic's exclusive ability Marvel Scale, which increases its defense when affected by a status condition. The Ruby Sapphire Wild Pokemon theme plays. The Absol spirit is represented by Wolf on top of Spear Pillar. Spear Pillar was most likely chosen as Absol is often seen in mountain-like areas. Wolf will start the battle with a Death Scythe item, a nod to the scythe on Absol's head. The Wild Pokemon music from Ruby and Sapphire plays. The Salamence spirit has you battling a Charizard on top of Spear Pillar. Charizard is mostly used for the wings and the fact that Salamence can learn fire-type moves like Flamethrower, in addition to both being flying type. High winds plague the stage, a nod to its flying type as well, and the music of Battle Lorekeeper Zinnia plays. A nod to an Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Zinnia has a Salamence as one of her Pokemon, and you battle her on top of Sky Pillar, which Spear Pillar represents well. The Metagross spirit has you fighting a Metal Rob. Rob is metal as Metagross is half steel type. This stamina battle has periodic earthquakes, a nod to Metagross using that move when you unleash him from a Pokeball in the Smash series. The Battle Steven music plays, a nod to the champion of the Hoenn region, and Metagross being his signature Pokemon. This nod continues into the stage itself, the Unova Pokemon League, as Steven isn't the champion there, but does well to represent the Hoenn Pokemon League, where the champion always resides at the end of the game. The Latios and Latios spirit is represented by 2 Charizards on Delfino Plaza, only in the Gondola opening portion, which represents Pokemon Heroes, the 5th Pokemon anime movie. The story focuses on Latias and Latios in an area similar to this. They have uncontrollable speed, nodding to their crazy speed they have in the Pokeball item that you use in Smash, and of course they'll start out with a Pokeball that unleashes Latias and Latios. The Wild Pokemon theme from Ruby and Sapphire plays. The Kyogre spirit is represented by Giant Squirtle on Great Bay, as Kyogre lives in the ocean, and the Great Bay is meant to be the marine cave where you can encounter Kyogre in Pokemon Emerald. Squirtle was chosen as both are water-type Pokemon. The Squirtle will throw out a Pokeball with Kyogre in it as Victor Road from Ruby and Sapphire plays. The Groudon spirit is represented by Giant Bowser on Norfair, a nod to how Groudon is in a pool of lava in the Cave of Origin. To continue on that, the floor is also lava. The Ruby and Sapphire Victory Road theme plays. The Rayquaza spirit is represented by Ridley in the Kalos Pokemon League. The stage will shift to the Dragon Mark's chamber where a Rayquaza will fly across the screen, and Rayquaza being a Dragon-type Pokemon. There is heavy winds nodding to Rayquaza's Delta Stream, which creates a mysterious wind that removes flying-type weaknesses. The battle music for Zinnia, as she, along with Rayquaza, play a pivotal role in the Delta episode portion of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The Deoxys normal form spirit is represented by Mewtwo on Mario Galaxy, a nod to how Deoxys is from space, and both Mewtwo and Deoxys are legendary Psychic-type Pokemon. Mewtwo's attack power is buffed and will start the battle with a Pokeball that has a Deoxys in it. The battle music for Zinnia plays, as she, along with Deoxys, plays a pivotal role in the Delta episode portion of Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The Piplup spirit is represented by fellow water starter Squirtle, but with 4 of them. 4 of them could be a nod to the fact that this is the 4th generation of Pokemon, but that's kind of a stretch. You fight it out on the Garden of Hope stage, probably meant to represent Sand Gem Town, where you obtain your first starter in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, all while the wild Pokemon theme from Diamond and Pearl plays. The Garchomp spirit is represented by Charizard on Spear Pillar. Garchomp's attacks go up over time, which could be a nod to his ability when he Mega Evolves Sand Force, which increases the attack of Ground, Rock, and Steel type attacks while a Sandstorm is active. And his speed is buffed, a nod to his speed stats being good. The theme to Cynthia, the champion of the Sinnoh region, plays, a nod as her signature Pokemon is Garchomp. The Mega Lucario spirit is represented by Lucario and Colosseum, which could be a representation of the Sinnoh Pokemon League. Lucario's aura abilities are buffed, a nod to how Mega Evolving increases his stats, and he will get sudden final smashes in which he will unleash Aura Storm, where Lucario Warp Mega Digivolves into Mega Lucario. The trainer battle theme from X and Y plays, as it is the game where Mega Evolution debuted. The Abomasnow spirit is represented by Donkey Kong on Summit. This is a nod to how Abomasnow can be found on Mount Coronet, which is located in the center of the Sinnoh region. The floor is icy and Donkey Kong is weak to fire attacks, a nod to his ice typing, and freezy items will appear commonly. Donkey Kong starts the battle with a Pokeball that holds Abomasnow. The wild battle theme from Diamond and Pearl plays. The Rotom spirit is represented by 2 Pichus on Pictochat 2, perhaps a nod to how Rotom will go inside electronic items. The lightning item will spawn commonly, nodding to Rotom's typing, and the Pichu's electrical attacks are buffed. The wild Pokemon theme from Diamond and Pearl plays. The Uxie Mesprit and Azelf spirit is represented by 3 tiny Mewtwo's on Spear Pillar, a nod to how in Diamond and Pearl the trio are used by Team Galactic to summon Dialga and Palkia on the pillar. The 3 will randomly appear in the background of the stage as well. The Mewtwo special attacks are buffed, and they will heal as it gets a high damage. The healing is not to their attack rest, where they will fall asleep, but recover a nice chunk of damage. The Dialga and Palkia battle theme plays. The Dialga spirit is represented by a giant Lucario on Spear Pillar, as Dialga is one of the 3 stage hazards, and they are both part Steel type. Periodic earthquakes happen, a nod to the stage hazard on this stage, and Dialga will be able to learn that move in Diamond and Pearl. Lucario will get sudden final smashes and unleash Aura Storm, which is a nod to the laser beam that shoots in the stage as another hazard, and could also represent Roar of Time, Dialga's signature move. The Dialga Palkia battle theme plays. The Palkia spirit has you battle the very similar colored Mewtwo on Spear Pillar, as Palkia is one of the 3 stage hazards. Periodically, the left and right controls will reverse, a nod to the stage hazard Palkia brings to that level. The Dialga and Palkia battle theme plays. The Regigigas spirit is represented by a giant Rob on Brinstar Depths, a nod to how Regigigas lies deep underground in the Snow Point Temple and Diamond and Pearl. Rob's attack and speed will buff up over time, a nod to Regigigas' ability Slow Start, where his attack and speed are half at the first few turns, but will jump up to powerful levels after that. The Dialga and Palkia battle theme plays. The Giratina Altered Form Spirit has you battling a giant Mr. Game & Watch on Spear Pillar, a nod to where you find him in Platinum and go into the Distorted World. Game & Watch is used as Giratina travels to and from dimensions, and Game & Watch is a 2D fighter, 2-dimensional. The screen will flip from time to time, a nod to Giratina's home of the Distorted World. Mr. Game & Watch will also start the battle with a Pokeball holding Giratina. The Dialga and Palkia battle theme plays. The Cresselia spirit is represented by a Yoshi on Spear Pillar, the stage where Cresselia is one of the 3 stage hazards. Yoshi's defense will increase over time, a nod to her high defense stats, as the Dialga and Palkia battle theme plays. The Manaphy spirit is represented by a Squirtle on the Kalos Pokemon League, as in the Flood Chamber in the stage, Manaphy randomly appears and causes a whirlpool. Your move speed and jump is nerfed, as it simulates battling Manaphy in its home turf of water. The Dialga and Palkia battle theme plays. The Darkrai spirit is represented by fellow Dark-type Greninja. You battle it out in Luigi's Mansion as there is a Slumberfor activated, as Darkrai is known to inhabit dreams. The Black Hole item is common, a nod to Darkrai's Dark Void attack, and how it appears from a void of darkness as well. Greninja will start the battle with a Pokeball with a Darkrai inside. The theme to battling Team Galactic plays. The Shaman Landform Spirit is represented by fellow Grass-type Ivysaur on Yoshi's Island, as Shaman loves flowers. You start out flowery and take constant damage. So many flowers. This Grass Legendary loves it. The Route 209 music from Diamond and Pearl plays. The Arceus Spirit is represented by Corrin on Spear Pillar. Corrin's dragon form bears a resemblance to Arceus. Another nice nod is Corrin's Japanese name, Kamui, I probably mispronounced that, originates from the Anui meaning God, and Arceus is the creator of the Pokemon world. Heavy winds plague the battlefield, as Corrin infused with the God Pokemon makes you much easier to launch. Corrin will of course start the battle with a Pokeball that contains Arceus. Let that sink in, you can put God in a little ball. The Dialga and Palkia battle music plays. The Victini Spirit is represented by fellow Fire-type Pokemon Incineroar while fighting on Prism Tower. You are easy to launch, a nod to Victini's move Focus Energy, which increases a Pokemon's chance of critical hits. Incineroar starts the battle with his Final Smash and a Pokeball with Victini in it. Ends Castle plays as you try not to get launched up. The Oshawott Spirit is represented by fellow Water Starter Squirtle. You battle it out on Tortimer Island as Squirtle starts the battle with a Pokeball that holds an Oshawott in it. When at high damage, the Squirtle will gain more attack power, a nod to Oshawott's ability Torrent, which increases Oshawott's water-type attacks when he is at high damage. Route 23 from Black and White 2 plays. The Zoroark Spirit is represented by a wolf and 3 Lucarios. You must defeat the Lucarios before Zoroark will appear, a nod to his illusion ability where you don't know your opponent is a Zoroark until you hit him. The wolf will then have a Pokeball with Zoroark in it. The Reshiram and Zekrom battle theme plays. The Chandelure Spirit is represented by Mr. Game & Watch because soulless eyes. Game & Watch has no eyes, neither does Chandelure, sort of. They were both what the heck characters when introduced in Melee and Pokken respectively? Probably not, but hey, I like that option too. You battle it out on Luigi's Mansion, a nod to Chandelure's typing of being half ghost, and the floor is lava, a nod to his other half being fire. The Reshiram and Zekrom battle music plays. The Hydreigon Spirit is represented by Charizard on the Kalos Pokemon League, as in the Dragon Mark Chamber portion, the Hydreigon is in the background. His attack will increase over time, perhaps a nod to the move Focus Energy it can learn to up its attack power, as Route 23 from Black and White 2 plays. The Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion Spirit is represented by Yoshi, Ducka, and Lucario respectively. These three are 3/4 of the part of the Sword of Justice from Black and White. Each of them start the battle with a Beam Saber, a nod to their special move Sacred Sword. Their attack power is also raised, a nod to the move Sword Dance, which increases their attack power of the user and continues the nod of all the swords. Ends Castle plays during this match. The Tornadus Incarnate Form Spirit is represented by Lucario in Skyworld, where there is only cloud platforms as Tornadus rides on clouds and controls them. He starts the battle with an Ore Club, which can produce a tornado as heavy winds plague the stage, going along with the tornado windy motif. Ends Castle plays. The Thunderous Incarnate Form Spirit is represented by Mega Man on the pirate ship level during a lightning storm section of the stage. Lightning attacks are buffed, the floor is electrified, and Mega Man will favor his up smash attack known as Spark Shock. Where there's Thunderous, there is lightning. Sorry, I really couldn't resist. As you can assume, the Thunder Pokemon here is part electric type. Ends Castle theme plays. The Reshiram Spirit is represented by fellow Fire-type Pokemon Charizard on the Unova Pokemon League. A Reshiram is a stage hazard on this stage. Charizard's fire abilities are buffed and he will favor special attacks, all fire-based, as Reshiram is part Fire-type. This Pokemon's battle theme plays appropriately. The Zekrom Spirit is represented by Dark Samus. With its Dark Suit and Screw attack, which is electric based, it's a great choice. You battle it out on the Unova Pokemon League as Zekrom is a stage hazard. Electric attacks are buffed and Dark Samus will favor her special moves. Its special move. Sorry, I always kind of use that prefix for Dark Samus. I need to work on that. The Reshiram Zekrom battle music plays. The Landros Therium Form Spirit is represented by Donkey Kong on Gerudo Valley. Being part ground type, earthquakes will occur occasionally, all while the Reshiram Zekrom battle music plays. The Kyurem Spirit is represented by the Ice Climbers on Summit, as Kyurem is part ice type. This time battle also has a frozen floor, and the Ice Climbers will favor their special moves. They'll also have a Pokeball with the Kyurem in it. The Reshiram Zekrom battle music plays. The Keldeo normal form spirit is represented by Lucario in the Unova Pokemon League. This stamina battle gives Lucario a Pokeball that starts the battle with Keldeo. Lucario's final smash meter will fill up quicker, and is perhaps a nod to Keldeo having another form, the Resolute form, and Lucario will Mega Evolve in his final smash Aura Storm to a new form, Mega Lucario, so there's some similarities there. Inn's Castle music plays. The Meloetta Aria form spirit is represented by 4 Jigglypuffs, all while a Slumber 4 is activated. Jigglypuff is a great fit as she too is a singer along with Meloetta. One Jigglypuff will start the battle with a Pokeball holding her. The Jigglypuffs will also favor their side special Rollout, which is a nod to Meloetta learning the move Echoed Voice. Both are moves in the Pokemon games that become more powerful as you use them consecutively. Inn's Castle plays while you battle it out on Prism Tower. The Genesect spirit is represented by 4 Robs, as Genesect is an altered bug fossil, which now has a cannon on its back, as you would normally do to a revived bug. The Robs will favor their neutral special, the Robo Beam, meant to represent that cannon, and its signature move, Techno Blast. Their speed is buffed, and one Rob will start the battle with a Pokeball with Genesect in it. There are perhaps multiple Robs, a nod to the Pokemon movie that Genesect stars in, where there's multiple of them. Inn's Castle plays, you fight it out on Prism Tower. The Chespin spirit is represented by fellow grass starter Ivysaur on Congo Jungle. Congo Jungle most likely represents Santaloon Forest, which is north of Aquacore Town, where you obtain your starter Pokemon in the Kalos region. The Ivysaur will favor his neutral special Bullet Seed, which is a nod to the Pokeball Chespin's attack and ultimate Seed Bomb. The Ivysaur starts the battle with a Pokeball with Chespin in it, while the wild battle music from X and Y plays. The Aegislash spirit is represented by 2 gold Meta Knights, which is a nod to the 2 forms Aegislash can take, Blade form and Shield form. Melee attacks are increased during this time battle. You fight it out on the Kalos Pokemon League, where on the Steelworks portion, Aegislash's pre-evolution Hone Edge makes an appearance, and in X and Y, you will battle an Aegislash against the Elite Four member Wilkstrom. The battle trainer music from X and Y plays. The Inkay spirit is represented by a fellow squid, or maybe a kid, Inkling, while on the Kalos Pokemon League. Inkling will start the battle with a Pokeball with Inkay in it, and earthquakes will occur periodically, a nod to the move Topsy-Turvy, which trips you up, much like earthquakes do in Ultimate. The Dedenne spirit is represented by a Pichu on Pokemon Stadium 2. Pichu was used as they are both the adorable electric rodent of their respective generations. Zapflor is activated while Pichu starts the battle with a Pokeball with a Dedenne in it. Pichu will also favor his neutral special, Thunder Jolt, as well. The wild Pokemon battle theme from X and Y plays. The Xerneas spirit is represented by a giant Lucario on the Garden of Hope. Lucario will start the battle with a Pokeball that holds the Xerneas as you are flowery and take constant damage. The flowery part of the battle represents Xerneas' association with nature. Lucario will start with damage, but it makes him more powerful. This is a nod to Xerneas' signature move, Geomancy, which makes you wait a turn to charge, meaning you might get hit or damage, but it will buff Xerneas' special attack, special defense, and speed. The champion battle music from X and Y plays. The Yveltal spirit is represented by a giant Charizard on the Kalos Pokemon League. Charizard will be immune to fire and explosion attacks, perhaps a nod to Yveltal being the destruction Pokemon of sorts. This battle takes place while the champion battle music from X and Y plays. The Zygarde's 50% form spirit is represented by a giant Yoshi and 8 tiny Yoshis, which are meant to represent Zygarde core and cells. You fight it out on Frigate Orphan, which could be a nod to the Aether base itself in Sun and Moon, where Zygarde is encountered in that game. The Team Flare battle music plays. The Diancie spirit is represented by 2 Kirbys that have Reflect applied to them. The Kirbys will favor their down special Stone, a nod to Diancie being half rock type. The Reflect is a nod to Diancie's ability Magic Bounce, which will reflect any status changing moves back at the attacker in the Pokemon games. They take less damage in air, perhaps a nod to Diancie being very defensive and the fact that it sort of floats around. You fight it out in the Kalos Pokemon League as the champion music from X and Y plays. The Hoopa Confined Spirit is represented by a Mii Sword Fighter that can use a Chakram weapon like Hoopa holds, and the Sword Fighter will of course favor it. The Boomerang item will spawn more commonly, as it can be thrown and comes back like a Chakram. The Sword Fighter will start with the Super Launch Star, a nod to how Hoopa can make portals and teleport around. The Team Flare battle music plays. The Volcanion Spirit is represented by a giant Bowser on Norfair. This stamina battle has Fog on it, a nod to the very first water-fire type Pokemon, and a nod to his exclusive move, Steam Eruption. You also take random damage, again a nod to Steam Eruption, as it will burn its opponent, causing it to take damage every turn. The champion battle music from X and Y plays. The Rowlet Spirit is represented by a tiny version of fellow grass starter Ivysaur. Ivysaur will favor his side special Razor Leaf, a move that Rowlet can learn. Heavy winds plague the stage, a nod to Rowlet being a bird, although not flying type. You battle it out on the Dreamland stage, a nod to Rowlet as well, being an owl in general and likes to be perched up on trees, and Wispy Woods is in the background there. The battle music from Sun and Moon plays. The Beware Spirit is represented by Donkey Kong on Congo Falls. Congo Falls probably, and this might be a bit of a stretch, represents the fact that the Alola region is in a set of islands, and Congo Falls is on DK Island. DK has super armor, making him harder to take out, which is probably not to Beware's ability Fluffy, which allows it to take less damage, but doubles damage from fire type attacks. DK will also start the battle with a Pokeball with Beware in it. The trainer battle music from Sun and Moon plays. The Pyukumuku Spirit is represented by 4 tiny Kirbys on Woohoo Island, in particular the beach area, a nod to the Alolan island chain where the Pokemon is from, and the fact that in the region people will find them washed up on beaches and throw them back to the ocean so they don't dry out. A Kirby will start the battle with a Pokeball with this Pokemon in it as the wild Pokemon battle music from Sun and Moon plays. The Togedemaru Spirit is represented by 4 of another cute and adorable electric rodent, Pichu. You battle it out on Prism Tower, as this city has an electric type gym there. The Onira item will commonly spawn, a nod to the spiked fur of Togedemaru, and the Pichus will favor the down special Thunder. One Pichu will start the battle with a Pokeball with a Togedemaru in it. The wild Pokemon battle music plays from Sun and Moon. The Mimikyu Spirit is represented by a Pikachu, a nod to how it looks like one as it hides its real self, while you battle it out on Luigi's Mansion, meant to represent the spooky, thrifty Mega Mart that has been abandoned and wild Mimikyus call their home. Pikachu starts the battle with a Pokeball holding a Mimikyu in it, as you will take random damage, perhaps not to its Z move and what it does in Ultimate Let's Snuggle Forever. It could also represent its Pokédex entry that states anyone who sees its true form will be affected by a terrible illness or death. Dear God, some Pokédex entries are dark. Seriously, go check a few of them out. The main theme from Luigi's Mansion plays. The Tapu Koko Spirit is represented by fellow electric-type Pikachu on the battlefield version of Temple, meant to represent the Rune of Conflict, where you could challenge and capture it in Sun and Moon. Electric moves are buffed, and Pikachu starts the battle with a Tapu Koko Pokeball. There's also Zap Floor active, a nod to Koko's ability, Electric Surge, which creates an electric terrain during a Pokemon battle. The Island Kahuna battle theme plays. The Solgaleo Spirit is represented by a Golden Incineroar while battling on Spear Pillar, which could meant to be representing the Altar of the Sun where you encounter it. Incineroar is gold because Solgaleo is the Sun Pokemon. This is a stamina battle, while Incineroar will favor special moves and start the battle with a Pokeball with Solgaleo in it. The Elite Four battle music plays. The Lunala Spirit is represented by Gold Ridley on Luigi's Mansion, as there is a giant moon in the background and Lunala is the moon Pokemon. This stamina battle gives Ridley a Pokeball with Lunala in it to start the battle. The Elite Four battle music plays. The Nile Ego Spirit is represented by 3 Kirbys on Great Cave Offensive. I probably destroyed pronouncing that, and I do apologize. The Great Cave Offensive is meant to represent the Ultra Deep Sea from Sun and Moon, where they live, and probably the Diglett Cave where you can capture one. The floor is poisonous, a nod to it being half poison type. The Kirbys will love to jump and fall slowly, a nod to how it likes to float around. Battle at the Summit plays. The Necrozma Spirit is represented by a Gold Mewtwo, a nod to Ultra Necrozma, and both are Psychic-type Pokemon. You battle it out on Spear Pillar, a nod to Mount Lanakila, where you catch Necrozma in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. This stamina battle has Mewtwo's special attacks upped. The Elite Four battle music plays from Sun and Moon. The Magearna Spirit is represented by a Metal Peach on Wily Castle, a nod to how Magearna is a mechanical Pokemon. Plus, it looks like Magearna has a dress on, so Peach is a great choice. 2 Mega Man will also appear, but invisible, to support her, using their cannons and arm blades, as it seems to represent Magearna's signature move, Floor Cannon. The battle music to Gladium plays. The Zacian and Zamazenta Spirit is represented by Fox as Zacian and Wolf as Zamazenta. Fox will start the battle with a Killing Edge, a nod to Zacian being the Box Art legendary of Pokemon Sword, and Wolf will have a back shield equipped as Zamazenta, as he is the Box Art legendary for Pokemon Shield. In addition to this, Fox will be more aggressive and Wolf will be more defensive. You battle it out on Spear Pillar, nodding to the legendary Pokemon frequently appearing there, and are stage hazards. Battle at the Summit Plays, a track from Pokemon Sun and Moon. The Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble Spirit is represented by Diddy Kong, Incineroar, and Squirtle respectively. Diddy Kong will start the battle with a lipstick to act like Grookey's stick he will always run around with. These three are the starter Pokemon from Sword and Shield. You fight it out on Onett to act like Potswick, the starting town in the game and where you get your first Pokemon. At high damage, their attacks will increase, a nod to their abilities Overgrow, Blaze, and Torrent, which increases their typing attack power when they've taken a certain amount of damage. Road to Viridian City Plays from Pokemon Red and Blue. The Corviknight Spirit is represented by Ridley while on Galar Plains. Once you defeat the regular Ridley, a giant Ridley will appear to act as Corviknight in his Gigantamax form. Galar Plains is meant to be the wild area in Pokemon Sword and Shield, where you can raid and also find Corviknight in the wild. Ridley will favor air attacks and has increased jumping power, nodding to Corviknight being half flying type. The battle theme from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Plays. The Morpeko Spirit is represented by fellow adorable electric rodent Pikachu while on Boxing Ring. Boxing Ring is most likely used to represent the gym battles in Sword and Shield, as they are all in stadiums where there is a crowd watching, just like in this stage. Pikachu will Metal Shift during this match, a nod to Morpeko's Hangry Mode, which is a different form for the Pokemon where one of its attacks will change from electric type to dark type. Food items will also spawn commonly, nodding to the Hangry Mode as well. Pikachu's electric attacks are buffed and he'll favor his special moves. The battle theme from Sun and Moon Plays. And there you have it, every Pokemon Spirit Battle explained. That felt like a Poke-Rap that just wouldn't end. Hey, it's better than NSYNC doing the Poke-Rap, and they did that for a Kids WB promo clip. And if you think I'm going to show that clip in this already really long video, you're damn right I am.
NSYNC's Pokemon Rap!
Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all, gotta catch 'em all. Articuno, Jinx, Nidorino, Beedrill, Hunter, Squirtle, Chansey, Pokemon. Parasect, execute, move, Dewgong, Johto, Lapras, Vulpix, right on.
Catch another episode of Pokemon next on Kids WB.
See, me explaining the spirit battles wasn't as bad as them painfully reading a teleprompter and mispronouncing muck, now is it? Pokemon has always had a special place in my heart, a franchise I love seeing more and more of. And although most of these nods were easy for me as a fan to see, I hope you're able to learn a bit too, and this helps you enjoy the Pokemon Spirit Battles just a little bit more. Thank you for joining me here at the Nintendo Network. Which one of these was your favorite Spirit Battle? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and consider helping out on Patreon. As always, this is the Nintendo Network signing off.